Greetings, conscious entrepreneurs. I'm Sajdah, Wendy Muhammad. I just wanted to come back and say a couple of additional things to go with our theme from this morning. Listen, focus on what you want. Never give up on what it is that you want. And never focus more on the absence of what you want than you do on the desire or the presence of what it is that you want. What do I mean by that? We talked about this and we did this exercise, I think a couple of months ago, but let's do it again today. I want you to think about whatever it is that you want. And I want you to think about how you will feel when you get what you want. I want you to think about how it will make you act. What do you think it'll feel like? What do you think your body will feel like? How do you think things will look? If you want to buy a new house, then go out online and start picking out furniture. And start thinking about how you want to decorate the house. Think about how you want it to smell, how you want it to look. What's the temperature inside of there? Start thinking and putting your mind in the place of what it will be like when you have what it is that you want. That'll keep us from creating this fertile breeding ground of negativity that is so common in the world that we live in today. Why is it so common? It's common because the world we live in is based on competitiveness and comparison. So you're constantly keeping score. You're keeping score by looking at the next person and then looking at yourself. And then looking at this person and looking at yourself and not focusing on where do your energy levels need to be in order to have what it is that you want and for you to be in balance. Let me give you an example. Because oftentimes many of us, especially those of us that are interested in these types of podcasts and shows and communications, we are accustomed to doing big things and doing things that are bigger than our intellectual capacity. And the idea that I learned to really focus on is where I am mentally and emotionally as it relates to that project. And God is so merciful because before he gives you that next big project and that next big project, he gives you all these experiences to help you prepare yourself and get yourself together. I was telling somebody the other day that over the course of the 4-year period when I was working on and building the micro hospital, I was doing a lot of fighting and a lot of just kind of scrapping my way, if you will. I'm talking about bare bone, knuckle bleeding, knee scraping, scrapping to get myself through the project. And I talked about how I started to see some effects in my body. Okay. I think I gained somewhere around 25 pounds. And this is even though I was doing boot camp and CrossFit and stuff like that every day or every other day. I was still gaining weight. Even though sometimes I didn't even eat because I would be kind of just so worried and stressed out about the direction that I was going in. And then I started to reach a balance that really came into play earlier this year. And then from doing probably a little less exercise or maybe even less strenuous exercise to tackling an even bigger, more massive project, I was able to figure out where to place my thoughts and my prayers and my mindset and started bringing my body back into balance. So probably from the beginning of the year to now, I probably dropped somewhere around the neighborhood of 20 to 25 pounds, which feels massive to me. Most people just go, oh, you look different. You look nice. But what I realized and what I came to learn through navigating through that project was just how to let go and let God. And on some of the current projects that I'm on now, you know, me and Allah, we just great buddies on it. We have all kinds of conversations. And I just say, show me my next move. Show me what you think I should do next. I'm planning this out. I've written all this stuff out. Here's all the facts. I'm going to go to sleep. You're going to be up and you can show me on what you think my next move should be. And as I started to finding myself surrendering to the will of Allah, my body came into balance. I feel more in touch. I feel more beautiful. I feel more excited. I'm lighter and happier and more ready than I've ever been for what's next. And so don't beat yourself up is what I'm saying. If you're going through a process, sometimes when Allah puts that big challenge in front of you, it gets ugly. You might get sick. You might make all kind of mistakes. You might have all kind of diarrhea at the mouth. I don't know what your stress levels are, but you just may be going through it. But the moment that you just let go and let God and realize that your job is really to just submit and allow, and then you will just kind of float right into that space of alignment that you need to be in so that you kind of operate in this space of euphoria. And I understand that now. And it took me a while to get to that, but I so get it. And it's so beautiful. And so that makes me then allergic to and really like, I'm not creating this environment of negativity around me. Why? Because I'm not trying to lose that euphoria. I'm not trying to go backwards. I'm not going to step down the ladder just to deal with certain things or certain people. I'm stepping up. There's levels to this. And so as I'm moving and going from the next level into the next level, I got on blinders. I'm like, I got my radio station and I'm trying to tune it right to the channel that I want. And I don't care what's playing on the other channels down the dial. If I'm on 91.0, I don't care what's on 92.5 or 89.7 is what's on this channel right here. And so the idea then is to give out good energy, give out love, give out opportunity, do what I can to place other people in front of euphoria, in front of checks. And then I start to see how the circle gets completed and how you manifest on that other level, because I've bulldozed my way to that other level before. I've fought and scrapped my way to that other level before, but it's just not sustainable. And when you're fighting and scrapping and bulldozing and using your intellect to run people over and manhandling emotions and manhandling people around you and manhandling yourself and just being grimy with it, it's not only is it not sustainable, but you're cultivating an environment of negativity that's only going to lead to more negativity coming into your life or even depression. So I'm saying that the way for us to get happier, healthier, wealthier, and to experience more love is to manage our thoughts and manage the energy and the environment that we bring to the room, and make no space for this type of negativity. So we're going to continue to talk about that. We're going to talk about how to handle and what to do about negativity on our next talk here. All right. Peace and blessings.